Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this video where I'm going to be discussing how you can actually start an estate agent or a letting agent based in the UK. So there are many parts to it. I'm going to break it down in 5 steps. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about each step as we go. So the first part is obviously putting together a business plan. Now, what I mean by business plan is obviously how much cash flow you're going to have. Are you going to have employees? Are you going to have a premises? All these things, a generic business plan as how you're going to tackle the market. Now, with an estate agent and most businesses, if you have industry experience, I would definitely put you at a forefront or an advantage over everyone else. Now, if you don't have experience, it's very easy to get a Saturday job or simply just volunteer for 2-3 months. That's what most people do. Get all the knowledge, see how the whole sales process goes, how people win business, and then take it from there. If you don't want to do that, you can jump into the second part, which is picking your niche. Now, most estate agents, if you look at them as the Hofset, what they do is they have a niche. You might not see it, but they have a specific area of expertise, whether that's a local geographic, so you would cover certain parts of London, Manchester, or your small town you live in, that would be your niche potentially. Or you could go into commercial, you can go into residential, you can be a sales agent, which you get a commission for the sales, and also you get a letting agent fee, which is an ongoing management fee. So you go in there, you inspect the property, and they give you get a percentage yield off of the rent. So if it's £1,000 a month, your fee is 8%, then you'll be getting £80 off of that. I'll talk a little bit in terms of how you're actually going to make money, how the commission structure works, and in an estate agent. So if you are a letting agent, like I said, you'll be getting a bit of the commission or the rent. You'll be getting commission off the rent, per month. So if you potentially have 10 properties you're managing, it becomes passive income in that sense. So this is what attracts people to letting off of that. Also, you can get a percentage of the sale of a property. If you go down the generic old school estate agent type, you can list the property, you sell it, the buyer, the seller, they all agree, you get a commission, which is usually about 1 to 2% in the UK. So if it's £1 million property, you could be scared to get about £10,000 per sale. Not to say some estate agents manage 30 to 40 properties at one time. So potentially your earnings can be very high and very lucrative. However, if you're more along the sort of letting, the property management, then that's obviously fine. You can have that ongoing sort of yield. Now, another thing to mention is building your brand once you get started. If you've picked your niche, let's say you want to go into commercial or residential, or you just want to do large properties, luxury estate agents, whatever you want to do, you can pick your niche and see what works best. If you just want to do apartments and flats on the letting side, you're free to do that. Now, the brand, what you're going to need as a must would be a website. Now, a website is pretty easy to set up. An estate agency theme on WordPress can give you about £50 to £60, or will cost you £50 to £60 off of that. Now, you will need marketing material. A common old school practice, which may or may not be as relevant today, is you would post leaflets through people's doors. You can pay a marketing company for this, and it will say, would you like to sell your property? We're buying for cash. And what you do is you find a buyer, you link them up. If you've got a portfolio of investors that are willing to buy a property at a drop, like below market rate, if you can attract a customer, they automatically buy. Now, investors are always looking for great investments. They got cash ready. So that's the way you can sort of build it up from there. Marketing material has gone online, which I'm going to touch on in terms of how to acquire your customers later on. But if you are looking for or to start an estate agency, you're going to need nowadays a LinkedIn page, let alone a YouTube page, because a lot of the branding is moving towards the personal touch. Similar to the USA, where they've got a real estate agent, which is, a brand, they've got their name on billboards. That's how the UK is moving to and will eventually move to. The fees will probably go up as well as in the estate agency market, because the cost to sell a property is gone much higher as well. Now, once you acquire a property, whatever method you go through, if you directly contact people, if you put your listings out, if you contact people that are looking to sell their property on Gumtree and you say, look, we can sell your property, we can get you an increase in your rate, or we can get you more money for your sale. That's what people like. If I'm selling a property for 200,000, someone contacts me and says I can sell it for £50,000 more, I would be inclined to say, yeah, go on. It's free for me to sell. I only pay you if you actually make the sale. That's what's attracted to them, or to sellers selling their property. Now, to list your property, you're going to need a Zoopla, a Rightmove, and possibly an on the market account. Now, the fees can be quite high. There are websites which you can just post on all of them. They will give you a free trial if you call up and you say, look, I'm a new estate agent, I'm looking to set up my agency, I just want to see, I've got a few properties to list, can you actually help me? You can negotiate with them, you can get them a good fee, but some of the listings are looking to be about £300 for a single post, but you can buy a monthly or yearly subscription package where you can list unlimited or a certain amount, which you're going to need later on. If that fails and that's too costly, you can go to Gumtree, you can go to Craigslist. Gumtree is probably the better one, especially on the renting letting side. So, excuse me, after that, the fifth and final point, what you're going to need is contracts. Now, a contract can be picked up from, you can buy these contracts online, or you can contact a lawyer. There's not too much paperwork involved in terms of you setting up your agency. It's just register a company, the standard sort of practice. However, if you have a sale, you wanna get in touch with a lawyer that can write you a contract that you can use all the time. After that, pretty much what you're going to need is an accountant, and you're going to need a lawyer, or commission can be earned if you refer conveyancing. So once the sale was completed and the sales goes through to a lawyer, if you refer a local lawyer, you can make a £50, £100 commission. And that's how a lot of estate agents bump their price up. You can refer removal companies to people moving. So if you've sold a property, you can say, look, these guys are giving me a 20% discount. If you go through me, they contact the company, you get a commission off the sale of that. This is what estate agents are doing nowadays, and they're profiting greatly. Not to say you can't offer cleaning services. So if you know local cleaners and there's an end of tenancy where you're letting a property, you can charge a commission to cleaning companies that will pay you for the sale. And that's another way you can sort of, increase your sort of revenue in your estate agency. So this is a bit of a short video, not as detailed as I like, but I hope it's helped you set up or know how to set up an estate agency and how to win business, how to actually profit from it. Take care.